Okay, we are live from London, England. How you doing, everybody? It's your buddy Uncle Bruce here, Stock Markets with Bruce. Welcome to Monday, September the 16th, 2024. Hope you're all doing well. Hope you survived the weekend okay. Special shout out and thank you to those who came out on Saturday to see Jennifer and I here at the hotel here for our meet and greet. Had a wonderful time, enjoyed some refreshments and snacked on a bit of food and had a good time. And it was great meeting everybody. And thank you all for attending. Looking forward to the meet and greet in New York City coming up October 26th, Saturday at Carmine's, just off Times Square on 44th Street. Very much looking forward to seeing a bunch of you folks there. You let me know if you're coming. Just send me an email. What's going on in the market today is the question. The Dow's up 203 points. It's been up all day, basically. We've got S&P up 4 points, just kind of above the break-even line most of the day. The NASDAQ has been negative, but not by much. We're down 99 points at the moment, and oil is up $1.47 a barrel. Oil is trying to hold $70 right now, trying to hang on to 70. Interesting. Have you noticed the SoFi show? Has anyone been out there watching SoFi today? Doesn't it just look so darn pretty when it does what it's been doing today? I love it. Let me see if I can share with you the wonderful little picture that SoFi is showing off to us today. See if I can do that. And then I'll head over here and I'll hit a couple of little buttons that make magic happen here. See if I can make this pop up right there. And yeah, maybe we can get this to pop up over on the screen right over there. 804, 805, 806 a share. Here we are. Right there, kids. There's your SoFi. Put myself down here. Giddy up. 34.4 million. Maybe a little more than that is traded, depending on which site you're following. I'm showing 34.8 million. That's kind of close. And with a high today of 808, and here we are at 805. Nice move all day long. I mean, the first 20-30 minutes didn't look fantastic, but look at the turnaround since then. Anytime after 11 o'clock this morning Eastern time, looking at this chart, it's been an up day ever since. And goes up a bit, levels off, goes up a bit more, levels off, goes up some more, and here we are leveling off at 805. Not complaining with this run. I'm not complaining also about SoFi's recent performance either. I mean, let's be real. You want to take a look at SoFi now for the last, say, maybe week or so. We can do that too. Let me pop that one up for you. That should be coming up right there. Yeah, here's the last week or so for SoFi. 5 trading days. Thank you very much. Boom! Look at that. Yes, sir. Under $7, $6.75, $6.80, and through the sevens, and now we're in the eights. Of course, we are 14 days away from the end of September, if I'm not mistaken, and that is the third quarter of this calendar year. It is the fourth consecutive quarter of profits for SoFi. We're about to be hearing about that. I think that's going to become a significant talking point in the near future here with analysts. And of course, for those of us who are guessing, doing our best to guess when will SoFi become a member of the S&P 500, it has to have 4 consecutive quarters of profits. I'll say this much. By the time SoFi releases their financials at the end of October, first week of November, somewhere in there, when they release those numbers, they will be a month into their 5th consecutive quarter of profits. And of course, each quarter has been getting better than the last. And we're on a 2+ million a year growth curve for new clientele that has been expanding. And so, yeah, the momentum grows and grows and grows for these guys. Interest rates are supposed to be going down in the US, starting with this month's meetings. And there's a lot of talk about a quarter point to a half a point right away, maybe another quarter point right after the first drop. And by the end of the year, we might be talking 3/4 of a point lower for overall rates. And into next year, there might be another half a point to a point possible. This has been very positively received by the market for those investment groups and entities that follow bank stocks. Bank stocks are in favor now. They are the ones that analysts are saying to their followers and listeners, look, you want a sector of the economy to invest in with lower interest rates coming? One of the areas to think about is bank stocks. Another thing to mention, and I've kind of talked about it once in a while, I keep mentioning how our friends over at IBM are trading at 217 a share right now. The IBM shares not too long ago were really not doing all that much. They were like in the 190 to 200 range, but they couldn't seem to break 200. And now all of a sudden, here we are at 217. The high for the year, 217.90, set. Oh, look at that! Today, the high price, 52-week high for IBM was set today. And if we take a look at our friends at IBM, and I'll pop that one up for you right now, courtesy of this little program I have here. Let's go over there and let's bingo pop up this IBM stock code chart. This is a chart for IBM that I believe covers the last 3 months. Yes, this is a 3-month chart of IBM. Take a look at the far left side of this chart. 170 something is where we were, guys. And, past 180, past 200, here we are at 217. The lower the thinking is that rates are going to go. If rates are going to go lower, that means this kind of a stock can go higher because right now, if you own this stock, you're getting a yield on your money of 3.07%. That is the dividend yield this stock is paying right now. Now, I'll tell you, a year ago, the yield on this stock was over 4%. It was the stock was in the 150, 60 range, a lot lower than this. And with the yield, the dividend of 3 something bucks a share, or whatever the yield is, $1.60 a share, it was 4%. People were getting 4% on their money, 1% every quarter. Now it's 0.75% every quarter. And the prospects are pretty positive that IBM will be able to increase the size of their dividend over the next 2 years based on higher margins, higher cash flows, higher profits. They are returning dollars to their shareholders. And so if the thinking out there is that the IBM dividend, which right now is $1.67, is going to go significantly higher, that means the price of the stock could go higher if rates stay under pressure. The company's only trading at 24 times earnings, and that may sound high in historical terms, a PE multiple of 24, but that's not high in today's world of investing. So, interesting things going on. This is not an exclusive thing for IBM by any means, but IBM is one of the stocks that is benefiting from the lower interest rate environment that we're in right now. The 10-year note, if you pick up a 10-year note, you're only going to get 3.6% from the U.S. government. It used to be in the high 4s about 6-8 months ago. Now it's 3.6%. And the thinking is, well, if the Fed's going to drop rates by half a point to 1.5 over the next 6 to 12 months, the U.S. 10-year might go down to 3%, 2.8, which means IBM will rise, and so will bank stocks, and any other stock paying a consistent, solid dividend will be chased after by investors for yield. Now, for SoFi, it's simple. SoFi is not a dividend payer. SoFi, of course, is a fintech bank, but it does offer loans. And the common perception out there is that with an improvement of lowering of interest rates, the thinking out there is that SoFi and other entities will be able to lend out more money to eager borrowers. And if the economy does slow a little, doesn't have to go into recession, doesn't have to retract at all, just a little slowdown, there will be more demand for capital from lenders by borrowers. That also turns into a positive for SoFi and any other banks that are out there in the lending business. Welcome, one and all. Eddie Martin, thank you for being here. Beach Boy, good evening. Viandro, not going to. Hi, how you doing? Brian, perfect timing. Danny Deals just ended his live stream. Hello, Uncle Bruce. I'm number 9. Lissy's here. Is it Lisa? I'm trying to remember. She told me how to pronounce her name over the weekend. I have so many difficulties here. Many thanks for hosting the London meet and greet, and you're so welcome. It's great to have you with us. Mark, how you doing there, buddy? George is here. Good afternoon. Beach Boy, SoFi, what's that? Brian, 808 high today. That's right, kids. 808. We're at 805 right now. Are we starting 90 minutes before the bell? Well, today's show is this going to be tomorrow's show? Maybe not. You got to stick around. You never know when I go on live now. I'm in London. Brian, Beach Boy, SoFi is a new brand of plastic wrap. Don't worry about it. Vladdy, number 16. Mike is number 8. Welcome all to the program. Nice to have you. J-Boy is here. Alex, good evening, sir. Hope London is treating you well. There's some decent weather ahead this week. Sure is. We had a high today of about 71. We're going up to 75 the next couple of days. Sunny, gorgeous. Richard is here. Hi, Richard. Mark, the king of YYC, Uncle Bruce. How you doing there, pal? Beach Boy, Brian, I see. So basic, Costa Nostra, whatever. There might be a mark. I have no idea what's going on here. People are talking to each other in language I do not understand. Robert, 32 thumbs up for Uncle Bruce. Good afternoon. Splair, all right. Time to enjoy my Uncle Bruce mug with some tea because it's late today. Welcome, and welcome all. Hector, number 35. Hi there, Uncle Bruce. Comical name is here saying hi to everybody. Welcome one, welcome all to the program. Dow right now at 193 as we have a good start to the week. Very optimistic markets regarding interest rate drops. The inflation data has come in 2 weeks ago, not last week, but the week before. We had the worst week in 2 years, lost 4% for the big indexes. Last week, we had the best week in 2 years, gained 4%. Welcome back. Volatility. And now here we are starting positively yet again. Congratulations, those of you out there who are scoring option profits. This market has just been handing it to you. Easy peasy to get your hands on profits. NVIDIA has been handing profits for put credit spread writers like nutso. Absolutely beautiful. Even Iron Condor players on NVIDIA are making money. GameStop has made people money on call writing. GameStop writing cheap, low-priced cash-secured puts, 18s and 20s. Thank you very much for the returns. SoFi, if you've been writing cash-secured puts on SoFi, you've been writing 6s or 7s or even 10s. The higher this stock goes, the better you're going to do. There's a poll question out today. I've put it out there. It's asking you guys, have any of you out there been writing cash-secured puts on SoFi? And by the way, thank you for the 41 thumbs ups. We have 62 replies to the poll question, and 42% are saying, yeah, I've been writing cash secured puts on SoFi, Bruce. Absolutely. 58% are saying, no, I don't do that. But 42% say, yes, I am. And the premiums keep shrinking. The time premiums just keep shrinking away. And it just pays to write out of the money puts. Right now, 7s, even 8s. You can write 8s, go out as far as you want, and take time premium off the table and say, thank you very much. I'm willing to buy this SoFi stock at a tremendous discount. If you want to hand it to me up front, I'll take the discount in cash right now, and I'll sit here and wait. And I'm happy. I know many of you have said this. You're quite delighted very willing to roll over your cash secured puts. If you've written sixes and they have crapped out, you'll roll up to sevens and take a bigger premium. You'll go to eights and you'll take a bigger premium. You'll go further out in time with eights or nines or tens, whatever you can get, and you'll take the bigger premium all day long. This stock wants to go to $10 and $12. You will roll your eights and nines and tens to 12 to 14. The stock wants to go to 12 to 15. You will roll your cash secured puts to 14 to 16 to $18. You will just go with the stock and take the shrinkage every time and offer to buy the stock at a lovely discount. Well done, everyone. Nice. Giddy up, everybody. Bobby Atkinson, is Alberto here? This channel is live. Vladdy, Uncle Bruce, can you suggest a cash secured put for SoFi? Bobby, $7. He's thinking. Vladdy, thanks, Bob. There you go. If you write sevens, you're $1 out of the money, plus that premium you're going to get. If you're going to write eights or nines or tens, say thank you, sir. May I have another? What's wrong with any of these? Nothing. Nothing wrong. Taking a look at Jan 25 puts on SoFi. Just for the hang of it, the $8 puts, basically at the money here at 804, 805, you're going to get your hands on about 94 cents a contract. So you put up $800, get 94 back. And if you get exercised, thank you, you say. You just paid $7.06 a share for SoFi. You want to write sevens, you're only going to get 51 cents. That they have come down a ways. The nines are now $1.55. The tens are $2.32 range. Well, let's say $2.30 to make it easy. So that's $7.70. Not much premium for the tens. Now you want to go further out, like January 26s, take some premiums off the table. You could write sevens for Jan 26 and get almost $1.40. That's 20%. That means you're paying $5.60 a share if you get exercised. That is not a bad contract to write. Now the tens, this is interesting. You put up $1,000 and you'll get handed almost $3.25 a share back immediately. So you're on the hook for $6.75 on this stock that's trading at 804. Not a bad deal. Getting 32+% back on your money immediately for a commitment of $10. Obviously, if the shares go to $10 a share in the next month or two or three, the $10 contracts are worthless. They have no book value. They will only have a time value. I'll bet you they will trade at about $1.50, $1.60. You'll be up 50% on $10 cash secured puts just on SoFi. So nice. Very, very interesting. I'm noticing today that if you wanted to write $10 call options on SoFi, I'm not recommending it, but if you were to think about it, expiring January 26, you'd get $1.71 to $1.75 for a $10 contract. That is $2 out of the money, ballpark. You'd be selling at $11.75 maximum on that trade. Not bad. Go down to Jan 2025 contracts. You want to write $10 contracts for Jan 25. You're only going to get 47 to 48 cents on a $10. On a $9, you'll get 71 to 74 cents. On an $8 contract, basically at the money, 110 to 111 is what they're paying today. And there are 34,400 out there on the call side. Very, very interesting stats on SoFi. Of course, I do not recommend writing any calls at this time on SoFi. Let the stock make its run. Leave it alone. Write cash secured puts if you want to write anything, and enjoy the premiums that the cash secured puts can give you, and do roll ups if the stock wants to keep right on going and say thank you, sir. I will take another anytime off the table. Well done, everybody. Welcome to the program. Welcome to the party here. Nice to see SoFi getting a bit of a run. Rocket Lab was down earlier today, and it was as low as, what was that Rocket Lab today? Got down to 717. It's back to 740 now. only down 6 cents on the day. So it's coming back on here. Nice to see Rocket Lab slowly, steadily improving here. AI started positive, went negative, positive, negative. Now it's up 18 cents at 23.18. The GameStop shares were negative today. They were down to 19.92 at one point. We're now at 20.40, still down 25 cents on the session, and very light volume. 4 million GameStop shares traded. Very quiet. Nvidia down 275 a share at 116.35. Matterport 448, down up 3.5 cents, I should say. And Smart Rent down 4 cents. 23andMe hanging around 34 cents now. And Apple down 6.26. There was a report out, some kind of analyst was saying that maybe the iPhone 16 won't be as strong selling-wise as people think. I think people are looking for an excuse to sell Apple at a profit. And I think this was the reason they accepted it. I don't know. The stock has been as high as $237 already to $216 now. It's $21 off its high of the last year. The company is trading at 32.9 times earnings, which is not cheap, but not 80 times earnings or anything like that. However, until we see the first stats come out from the phone sales, we really don't know. And at this point, too early to tell. Another thing about Apple that's being talked up quite a bit are these earpods, these hearing aid quality. What are they called? What are they called? Earbuds? Or they don't? There's no letter I in front of those, Jen.
No, I think they're just
Earbuds. Earpods, yeah. Anyway, very good reviews coming out about them, and the new software that will be added to them, noise canceling technology, much stronger ability to actually operate as hearing aids. I think they're going to be very popular. Of course, they're not $3,000 each like a phone is $1,500. There's more money in a phone in dollars per phone profit, but we'll see how it all works out. Christmas is coming, and I'm sure it'll be fun. Thank you all. Vladdy says, thanks, Bobby. Brian, October 18s for $8 are going for 45 cents. That is 5% in a month return on your money. As a matter of fact, it's even better than that. It's true. On the old SoFi shares. Yeah, if you want to write cash secured puts on SoFi short term, you can write October 18th. Cameron, what time is it there, Bruce? Almost noon here, Pacific time. We are 7:53 in the evening, coming up to 8 o'clock here in London. George, on June 20, I sold a September 2025 put with a $9 strike for $292 a contract. Today they're trading at $156. Well done, sir. June 20th and July 20th, August 20th, September 20th in 4 days. It'll be 3 months, and this guy is pulling in almost 50% return on a $292 contract. Yeah, now look, the stock wants to go to $9 in the next couple of weeks. These probably trade about $1, and you'll do even better. Well done, Luke. I wrote some Jan 26 $7 SoFi cash secured puts back in August for $235. Go SoFi, go. Well, there you go. Jan 26 7s. What are those going for now? Jan 26 7s. Let's take a look again here. Jan 26 $7 cash secured puts. 136 to 140. Nice going. Beautiful. And you're earning interest on your money while it's sitting there. Nice. Bobby, what's the showtime now, Uncle B? It's whenever I come live. I don't have a set time. Jen and I are using the morning and afternoon time to check out a museum or two here.
Imperial War.
Today we did the Imperial War Museum in London. Phenomenal. Very interesting. Tomorrow, I think we're heading to the British National Museum, or whatever it's called. Might be there for a couple of days, but yeah, I'll be on later in the day versus earlier, simply because of the fact that I'm on after dinner time here and we're not leaving the hotel room anymore tonight, so this is perfect for me to do the show from here at this time. So hang around, keep an eye on the channel. AirPods, Splair, depending on the distributor. There you go, Splair. Bose had some tasks for them, calls them for sure earpods. Anyway, there you go. That's what they call them, Apple earpods. Interesting. 803 on the SoFi shares at the moment. And the Dow Jones is up 224 points. S&P is up 2.6 points, barely above break even. NASDAQ down 111 points. That is the story. I am sticking to it. Oil is up $1.47 to $70.12 at the moment today. Right on, everybody. Rocket Lab only down 7 cents. AI up 13. GameStop still down 31. SoFi up about 28, 29 now. NVIDIA down 290. We got Apple down 640, as I said here. Tesla down 270. Google is up 36 cents. Microsoft down 22. Netflix off 196. Meta, the old Facebook, at 531 a share. 685, 690 gain today. Amazon down $1.30. EI Lilly down 146 at 922. The super microcomputer down 590 a share at 451. And we have Uber off 85 cents, Adobe down 874, AMD unchanged, Unity up 77 cents, Enphase up 244, Moderna up 132, Cisco up $1.08, Pfizer up 80, IBM up 236, HPQ is up 20 cents to 33.52. And for HPQ, this is $6 away from the high of the year at this time. Home Depot up 223, Vanik Semiconductor down 350, Goldman Sachs up 780. One of those banks really enjoying the positive market right now for bank stocks. Very, very good. Thank you all. Susan Shops, hey, Bruce, wow, in the afternoon, I like this. I'm number 55. Thank you, Susan Shops. Appreciate you having me in your home today. Nice to have you by. Boeing is down 86 cents at 155.91, near its year low. If you go back in time, in 2 years, over 2 years, the low trade on this stock was in the 125 neighborhood. So we're still not anywhere near that. But that was the lowest price over a 5-year window. The previous worst showing was 128 on April 2020. So this stock is in a historic low area, but they're not making money, and that's the problem. They're not making money. They got a strike on their hands. They have issues, quality control issues, and a number of other things going on. All right, that's Boeing. Target up 192. JP Morgan, another bank stock, up 340 a share. Costco down $9 today at 907 or so. Walmart down 2 cents at $80, 80.60. Disney 91.70 at 115. American Airlines is up 15 cents. AMC is 491. DraftKings is 38.27, up 47 cents. And Royal Caribbean up 278 at $170 at the moment, trading at an 18.6 time PE multiple. Defies all logic, but that's what it's doing. That's what it's doing. All right, 236 point gain on the Dow. SoFi 804 up 30 cents. That's what we're watching today. Is good old SoFi at 804. Last week when we saw it in the sixes, was that the last time? Was that the last time you were going to see it there? What I'm happily noticing is how very quickly the shares went right through the $7 mark. It went from 701 right through to $8 in not even a week. It went pretty quickly because we are coming up to the end of the quarter. The stock's been getting some positive press. There have been the odd article out there saying that this is the time. This is where you want to move into a fintech bank. Now you move into this one. Must be catching with some investors. lovely day today. 28-cent gain. Thank you. 28.29. Give me 25 cents a day for 10 days in a row. We got a 10.50 stock on our hands here. Thank you very much. By the way, looking at sort of the history of the stock, we were at 8.24 on August 29th. So, 17, 18 days ago, we were higher than this, but it didn't last long. And that was the highest level in 3 months at that time. Highest level even in 6 months at that time. So if we break 820, we get to 830, we're going to start pushing numbers we haven't seen since February of this year. February, we were at 9.15 a share this past February. And also 10.28 range, December 28th, right at the end of the year, was about the 52-week high that we were enjoying. So we have a ways to go yet to break the 52-week high, but I'd love to see it happen in the next couple of weeks. Fine with me. Does the stock want to go up $2 in one day? Fine, but I don't sense that at all. I just don't sense that kind of a move coming. I just like to see 10, 20, 30 cents a day. Just march along, and let's go through 10 into the 11 neighborhood, and let's get these shares a lot closer to 14.54, where the magic happens at 14.54, the call option that the company has on its own stock. Yes, they will be up $850 million on their own call option. I like it. Okay, there you go. Oh, here, Hassan wants to know, hey, Bruce, do you think GameStop will be acquired by Amazon instead of GameStop acquiring other companies? I find it hard to believe that the company could be bought up easily, because with 4.12 billion in the bank now, and they're adding 400 million. They may have that done by now. I don't know. We'll know later this week if they've already closed that deal. They could be sitting on 4.5 billion cash, which is at about $11 a share or so in cash. As a takeover, I think anyone coming in with a $25 or a $30 takeover offer won't get the stock. I believe that the shareholders of GameStop will demand a king's ransom. And frankly, no one is going to pay $50, $80 a share to buy GameStop. I can't see it. I don't see that. So no, I don't think that it is a takeover target, actually. Now, having said all of that, all right, I will bring it down to one little point, and that is that I had said, and I had mentioned this on the air a couple months ago, back in June, when the stock took its big shot. There's nothing preventing an activist group of investors getting into this stock. Roaring Kitty already owns 9 million shares. Other activist investors out there could slowly go after GameStop shares without any advance notice, without any kind of promotion. I mean, just quietly acquire the stock. And one way to get your hands on GameStop shares in a big way is to buy call options, because you can then exercise your way into the stock, see, which is what Roaring Kitty did. So could it be that with GameStop now at 20, 25, $20 a share, could it be priced in such an area here where there are buyers buying up 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, all the way up to $25 call options, along with shares in the open market? And you get to the point where if they exercise all their options, and they don't have to be 1 or 2 week options, these can be down the road quite a way, and a series of them. I mean, not just one set of contracts. We could be talking about $20 to $22 calls that go through like the end of this year into mid next year into the end of next year, just a whole bunch of blocks of contract. And could it be that with stock being bought up on the open market and the market reaching 24, 25, 26, and this investor exercising all their options for stock, they could come out and say, we own 10% of the company. That could happen, but it would be 45 million shares, wouldn't it? It would be a lot of stock. So, no. I mean, technically, yeah, but practically, I don't really think so. We'll see what happens. Time will tell. The man is thinking Roaring Kitty's probably buying $10,000, $20 calls all over again. Who knows? Hey, who knows? You make your move when no one else is around. That's when you make your move. You don't make your move when everyone's on it. You make your move to acquire contracts in GameStop. If you want to buy up stock, you buy the contracts when the stock is low quietly and amass a bunch of them. And then you go into the open market and start buying up stock to 21, 22. Then the word leaks out that, oh my God, there's a buyer who's got a ton of calls. Maybe the stock pops to 24, 26, 28. All of a sudden, these calls are deep in the money. You sell half of them for cash and exercise the other half. Thank you. It helps pay for your stock, doesn't it? Interesting, huh? I don't know. Brian, I want more shares of GameStop. Should I stink bid 1991 or 2001? Yeah, I mean, up to you. The stock was under 20 today. It might be under 20 again tomorrow for all we know. I don't know. But that's not the star of the show. The star of the show is SoFi at 806 right now. 806, 2 cents off the high of the session. We are not backing off. You notice how it didn't give up 30 cents of this gain or 20 cents. It's not backing off. There seems to be 2 steps up and a level, and then it goes up a little more and level, and it goes up more. That's all day today, pretty well. I don't know, 35 plus million volume. It's not heavy, 37 million now. 40 million is a typical day. Okay, we still have 53 minutes to go. There you have it. There's the story on SoFi. I wonder just how this is going to play. Giddy up. The man is saying here, you know what? I'm just sitting here waiting for those until those 20 million shares get bought up so the price starts going back up like it was before earnings. Well, there's the question. If GameStop comes out this week and says, we sold 20 million shares, we took in $20.50, we took in $20.15, we took whatever it is, we brought in 400 million approximately dollars, we're sitting on 4.5 billion in cash. They announced that. The street can read it any way they want. The street can take it positively, negatively, yawn, not give a crap, whatever. But at the end of the day, there will then be about 446 million. Let's round it up to 450 million shares outstanding with 4.5 billion cash in the bank. $10 a share. We got $10 a share in cash in SoFi's hands. Remember, the stock split 4-1. So if we're going back to 2021, that means this company has $40 a share in cash in its bank. You remember when it was trading at $2.70, $4.80 the first time I ever did a video on this thing? Back in the summer of 2020? January 2021, this company had a loan of 450 million and cash of about 400 million in the bank. They had no money. They owed what they had. This thing now, today, has $40 a share in cash in its hands. If you reverse the split, just go back to 2021. No analyst is giving this company any brownie points for any of this. The company is still being viewed as a dinosaur, as a loss leader, as a loser. The whole, the negative on this stock has never gone away. Mr. Cohen has completely changed this corporation. He has strengthened this company. This company is stronger on a percentage basis than many of its competitors. They have more cash against their actual value and their business than a whole bunch of their competitors. This company will not go out of business because retail sales aren't doing very well. That is not an issue. This is not a Bed Bath & Beyond. This is not a Blockbuster. at all. It's a company in transition, obviously. Into what is the $4.5 billion question? And we'll follow it. Yeah, we sure will. In the meantime, if you're smart and you are proactive, you are taking money off the table on your GameStop stock. You are writing cash secured puts. You are writing covered calls. You are writing poor man covered calls. You are trading cash secured puts. You're doing credit spread, put credit spreads, call credit spreads. You're doing iron condos. You are working the option market to line your pockets from your GameStop. If you're doing it right, you are loving this. And you're just going to sit there and go, keep doing what you're doing. I love writing options on stock, you say, where the company has $4.5 billion in cash and no debt. I love writing options on stock like this. They're not going under. This is just fine with me. Keep it going. Let the gamblers play all the options long. You write them. And thank you very much is what you say. I like it. Have they got something to disclose? Can they wait till the next earnings? I have no idea. Adam, volume was over 20 million the day they announced the offering. Maybe the deal is done already. They're just waiting for the 5th business day to announce it. Zach, I'm number 65 on the thumbs up. Adam, yeah, but that is buying and selling all the shares in the open market. Splair, I made one of 2 fancy little GameStop videos about this topic, how much cash they have. Maybe an interesting comparing. 806 now on SoFi. We've just been touching 807 here in the last few minutes. Here we are again, 807, 1 penny away from the high of the day on GameStop. We're a penny below the high trade of the day on SoFi, not GameStop. SoFi, 806, 807 on 37.4 million volume, right at about the high of the session right now. Thank you, SoFi. Thank you, SoFi. Thank you, GameStop. Thank you, NVIDIA, for making my viewers a lot of money. Thank you to AI for allowing my viewers to make a ton of money on their option trades. Rocket Lab cash secured puts have been performing beautifully. There are a ton of folks here who have been taking money off the table on option writing on Apple, on Tesla, Google, Microsoft, Meta, Amazon. The Magnificent Seven have been paying dividends to my viewers time and time again because they've taken the courses on how options work, how they're created, how they go up in value, how they go down in value, and they figured out writing options that are out of the money for a bunch of cash up front is the way to go. Let the risk go to the gamblers out there and take their cash. Absolutely. I congratulate you all who have stepped up and figured this out. The poll question, I've got 114 answers now on the poll question. It's a very specific question. I asked folks today, basically I said here, I have been writing cash secured puts on SoFi. Yes or no? Have you been writing cash secured puts on SoFi? Yes or no? 38% say, yeah, I have. You know, that's about 40 people, 41 people saying I'm writing cash secured puts on this stuff. And 62% saying, no, I don't write cash secured puts. But that is a pretty good number. When you think about any stock out there that's trading, and you ask that kind of a question, are you writing cash secured puts on stock, blah, 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 it'll be 90-10. 90% say no, 10% will say yes. Here we're at 39-61. That is a very high ratio of cash secured put writing. And folks around here are making money. Well done on the SoFi, guys. We're at 73 thumbs ups today. Thank you all for 73. With 133 watching, that's a pretty high ratio of thumbs ups. Thank you, guys. I really do appreciate you all for that. Susan Shops, I have been writing covered calls and cash secured puts on GameStop. Been going out a month. Should I be doing weekly or 2 weeks out instead, or should I just stay with what I'm doing? I say, Susan, if it's working for you, fabulous. You write a 1 month out contract, and with a week to go, you close it out and write another 1 month contract. Rinse and repeat forever and ever, and take the money. Brian, 52-week range on SoFi. 6 for the low, 1050 for the high. Welcome all to the program and to the fun zone. We have a 202 point gain on the Dow, almost 203, and SoFi is at 806, up 32 cents. A lovely day, absolutely lovely way to start the week for Monday. I love it. Way to go, SoFi. Keep it going. I don't mind 25, 30 cents a day gain on SoFi. Give me 4 of those a week. Let the stock go up $1 a week for the next 10 weeks. $18 stock. Thank you very much. Yes, there will be thousands. There will be thousands of call options written from the viewers of this channel. We break through 15 a share, 18 a share. Oh my God. The amount of cash that is going to come into the hands of this channel's viewers will be in the millions. Absolutely in the millions of dollars. No doubt, if, ands, or buts, not whatsoever. And it's coming. It is coming your way, kids. You are going to be rewarded for hanging around all this time, waiting for SoFi to mature out into a profitable corporation, which it now is, and letting it grow way past its break-even point, which it is, and now getting ready to be admitted as a member of the S&P 500. That will be the next big thing. Maybe we're 3 months away, maybe we're 6 months away. I don't know, but it's coming. And between now and then, oh my gosh, we got all kinds of things to look forward to. I love it. Way to go, kids. Bagel Babe says, I ain't mad at all. I ain't mad at it. Right on. Susan, Laughlin, you know me, Bruce. Yes, I've been writing monthly and buying back in a week to 10 days. When I see it green, I take it with no questions asked. And that is it, Susan. The viewers of this channel that make the most money are the ones who are the most disciplined when it comes to writing options. They are, every single time, they are focused on what they know they have to do. And they write out of the money contracts, take ridiculous premiums from the saps dumb enough to give it to them, and there are millions. They put the money in their account and they let the stock go its direction, as they know. They let the stock tell them what it's going to do, and then they cash in. And they cash in 30%, 50, 70, 80 percentage points and rewrite again and again and again, going with the flow of the market, letting the stock tell you which way it's going. Pretty simple. It's incredible. And yet some of you have desperately tried to tell friends, coworkers, relatives what it is you do and that they should be doing it. And you can't sell anybody on this. You're a lousy salesperson when it comes to getting others to do what you're doing. You can't get anyone to do it. They think you're playing with Kool-Aid that has been spiked. That's what they think's going on. You let them think that. It's okay. Brian, Susan, I like the monthly if the premium is there because it's like an income. Yes, Brian, all my options are Jan 25 right now on GameStop. I wanted more premiums and higher strikes. There you go. Susan, I marvel reading Brian and John and others folding their arms and collecting more than me, but pretty sure they're a lot younger than I am. Yeah, I need the premiums on GameStop to get a little bit better. I'm writing 25 calls a month out, but I am writing for the $100 premium. There you go. Grabbing the cash. There are people here who don't comment very often, who never comment, actually. They'll maybe write me an email once in a while. They'll have a one-on-one with me once in a while, but they're not active on the air. They long ago quit their day jobs. They long ago walked away from the cubicle. They long away walked away from whatever they were doing for a living, and they are option writers full-time now. They're just asset managers managing their accounts and bringing in this premium. And they find almost every single person that quits their day job and becomes a full-time asset manager, option writer, they find that they can write more options and they're better at it because they don't have any distractions at the office. They don't get called into Zoom meetings. They don't have to travel to a particular city to do anything, meet a client or do a conference. They don't get caught in traffic jams. to and from the shop. They are in front of the computer when they need to be in front of that computer. They're watching the markets when they need to watch the market, and they're adjusting their contracts for maximum returns. And they're finding that it's a lot easier than they thought it would be. And they quickly realize how easy it is to adjust to a life that doesn't include the regimented get up, get dressed, get to the office, do that, and come back home lifestyle. They've walked away from that institutionalized living and are now doing this. And there are viewers here that are watching right now. They're with me in Europe somewhere. They're from North America. They're on holidays right now. They're on a cruise ship. They're in an RV full time, like they always wanted to be. They're at home, and they own a membership and a gym membership that they've always wanted to do but never had the time to do, or the energy. They go for bike rides. They go for walks. They look after their pets. They spend time with their children like they never thought possible in their lifetime. They never thought they could spend as much time with their kids as they are now, being option writers, being self-employed asset managers from their house. I never thought it was possible. And the quality of life for so many of my viewers has been lifted to a level that they never thought possible. Because again, there's much less drama in the house because mom and dad are around. They're part of the lives of the kids. The kids are far more open with them because they're collaborators in their lives. It is such a difference. It's incredible. I congratulate all of you. Absolutely. Anyway, there you go. Splayer, I can't wait for my first huge full-time paycheck mixed with some dough from trading. November will be a complete change to me with the following months and luckily different shifts. Right on, Splayer. Rock and roll, man. You've come a long way in 2-3 years. A long way. Fantastic, everybody. Welcome to the party, pals. 806 here, 805, 806, 807 on SoFi. We're just below the high of the day of 808 on SoFi shares today. Approaching the 40 million share mark here, just around 38.1 million now, into the last 37 minutes of the session. And we got the Dow up 195. GameStop still sitting at 20.21 a share today. And there you have it, everybody. Welcome to the party. I am Uncle Bruce. I am at the moment with Auntie Jen in London in the United Kingdom. And we just finished a 19-day cruise on the Queen Mary 2, and we're now here for a little bit. And from here, we're going to grab a plane and head over to Switzerland, spend a bit of time in Zermatt, which we kind of like doing every year. We are enjoying it. Jen is doing fabulously with her 2 new artificial hips, doing really well. We were on our feet quite a bit today, and Jen just no problem at all. She's doing beautiful. So we're loving it. Thank you all. Thank you all for being with us today. Let's see here. What else going on? Oh, the man is saying, I can't wait till I start spending some of my premiums instead of compounding my account. Spare, I have to leave the gambling train. Lost this year 1,000 on eToro and gained not much there. There you go. Let's see here. SoFi 806. Yep, holding right in there at 806 today, up 32 cents. Giddy up, kids. We're still down 620 on the Apple shares at 216 today. The low on Apple was at one point 213.92, but we're at 216.24 here. A couple of bucks better than the low of the session. Tesla down 240, not much going on. Google up 37 cents. Microsoft is down 8 cents. Meta up 580 right now. Amazon down $1.47. All right, everybody. Thank you for joining us from wherever you are. Thumbs up meter keeps going. Appreciate that. And if you can hit the thumbs up button, please do. We just broke 81 now. Thank you. We have 124 votes in now on the poll question. I have been writing cash secured puts on SoFi. 39% say yes, I have. But that's almost 50 viewers. 50 respondents are saying I'm writing cash secured puts on SoFi, and they're getting well paid to do it. 807 right here. We're 1 penny off the high of the day right now on SoFi. Well done, SoFi cash secured put writers. Congratulations. And thank you all so much for popping through with us today. Let's double check here over here. We're going to go over to here, and we're going to go over to there. There we go. All right. Fabulous, everybody. Thank you again, by the way, for those of you. I keep getting notifications from YouTube constantly. It's telling me that how many subscribers we have, how many members we have in the channel, and I keep being notified. How many members are Gold Bagel members? How many are Chillin' with Uncle Bruce level members? Thank you all for being part of this family. So appreciated. We have more Gold Bagel members than Chillin' with Uncle Bruce members. I know that I haven't been pushing out Gold Bagel content very much, being here in London. A bit off on the time, but promise you more is coming your way. Thanks again. We're going comment right now, just comment only for members of the channel as we go member only mode at this point in time. Become a member today and join in. Thank you for supporting us. 125 votes are in on the poll question. They keep coming. Thank you for the thumbs ups as they keep trickling through here. If you're watching on the rerun and you can hit that thumbs up button, help us with that. That would be terrific, everybody. Thank you. It's great to see you here. Yeah, today we went to the Imperial War Museum here in London. It is a fascinating building with multiple floors of exhibits, and talks about the First World War, the Second World War in quite pretty good detail there. Lots of exhibits of you name it, World War II armaments, World War I, uniforms, documents, photos, maps, just everything. Videos that are playing that you can customize by touching the screen. Very interactive, actually. Very interesting. We had school groups going through today, which is interesting to watch. Watching British school children go through the War Museum. Some of them, there was one group that went through. They were all in their uniforms, and they were all given a task where they had their phones with them, and they were like groups of 3. And there was a cameraman, a director with one of those clips, and a presenter. And they would go in front of various displays in the War Museum, and the director would set up the host, the camera person, and action, and they would talk about what they were standing in front of and looking at. I'm sure they're putting a video together for the school later, and it's part of the assignment. I thought that was pretty cool. Future YouTubers, I suspect. But boy, these kids were comfy with these cameras. Oh, it's scary how comfortable they were just filming and talking in front of it. And oh man, like nothing. Goodness, I would have frozen up at that age. These are like 8, 9-year-olds. I was impressed. There you go. What can I say? Splair, I would love to enjoy a trip to the War Museum. It reminds me about the stories from my great-grandfather. Very interesting displays. Well worth our time. Worth your time if you come and see it. They had the V2 rocket on display that was produced by Germany towards the end of the war, or the V1 rocket, whatever it's called. There was a Spitfire hanging off the ceiling. There's a Harrier jet hanging off the ceiling over there. It's just unbelievable. It's a huge building. Rather impressive. And easy easy to spend hours in a place like this. Free admission, by the way, no charge to go in. Make a donation if you like. That was pretty impressive too. Very good, very good. All right, we're coming now to the final 30 minutes of our day today. 30 minutes to go, and we'll be done. Thank you for joining me today, Jen and I. As I say, we'll be here for a little while yet. I will be on the air most likely in the afternoons from London, simply because of the 5-hour differential in time change, so that I can recap with you how the day's been going every day. If you have any questions for me, let me know. And thank you. If any of you have any needs or help with the classes, if you're missing a link from a class you acquired, let me know. I'll try to get back to you on that and help you out there. Fantastic. 805, 806 on SoFi. 2019 on the GameStop shares, down 46 cents. AI is climbing here at the end of the day. 23.42 up 42 on AI. That has recovered nicely from a week and a half ago when their earnings came out. There were some disappointed investors who tried to slam the stock down to $17, $18. It didn't last. The shorters did not win the battle of that stock. Interesting stuff. Brian, Uncle Bruce, I have $30 covered calls and $20 cash secured puts on GameStop for January. Do you think the price range is pretty good? Yes, sir. Pretty darn good on those cash secured puts, of course. And the $30 covered calls. I mean, you're well in a comfort zone. You could consider coming in on the 30s, maybe into the 26 range, but coming closer in time might be it might be worth your while to look at GameStop covered calls for a shorter time frame rather than be out there till January, maybe till the end of October or November instead, and maybe you can get a higher take for those if you were to write maybe 26s or 25s or 24s maybe. But I keep an eye on the market and make sure that it's a tight spread. Make sure that it's a decent premium. Stock being 2020 right now. If you're going to write like October's, the 25s are only 45 cents. The 23s are 63. I don't know. You might be if you got yourself a real good price on those January 30s, as you were mentioning. Great. You'll have to decide for yourself. Here we are. January 30s are 221, 205, 221, less of 210, down 29 cents today. So nothing wrong with that action. You could theoretically go from 30s January to 26s and try to catch 275. If you go to 25s, you might get up to like 280, 85 for those. A little extra cash, but on the other hand, if you're up on them and you're letting them shrink, let them shrink and say, thank you, sir. I'll take this dough. I do feel comfortable. Maybe lay back and fold my arms, says Brian. Beach Boy, as Apple dipped a little, I decided to write January 2026 170 cash secured puts. I got 652 for 10 of those. Any thoughts? So that's not a bad trade. 170 Apple contract, cash secured put with the stock sitting at 216.39. Yeah, that's a very comfortable position to be in, sir. 650 a shot times 10, $6,500. Nothing wrong with taking that kind of easy money off the table. Brian, Uncle Bruce, the 30s, I got 339 for those. And those 20s, I got 325 for those. Almost the same premium. Beautiful job. That is beautiful stuff. Yeah, sit on those, my friend. Let those do that. Well done. 807 right now on the SoFi shares with an 808 high of the day with the 26 minutes to go on our session. So thank you, SoFi, for holding the gains. Well done, those of you writing GameStop puts, calls, and also these Apple cash secured puts. That's good business. That is good writing there, Beach Boy, as usual. Well done, sir. 212-point gain on the Dow, trying to hold and maybe gain a little more ground. That might be the game plan for the Dow. Maybe we have a stronger close. Don't know for sure. We're up 3.5 on S&P. Not much going on there. NASDAQ down about 100 at this point. Has been kind of there all day, a long time. Oil, 176 gain to $70.41. So oil's trying to hang on to the 70 level through this session. That's what we see over there. The VIX, 1706, nice and low, very comfortable on the volatility index. No big issues to worry about there. Looking good. All right, kids. That's the latest. Well, I think I'm going to shut this thing down. I'm going to say, folks, I'm going to leave it to you to enjoy the rest of your session today. And thank you all for being with me on this session. Thank you for tolerating my crazy schedule over here. It's good to see you. Keep up the good work. 807 on SoFi. Go SoFi, go. Go to 810. Go to 820 today. That would be lovely. Maybe we can push 830, 850 tomorrow. Wouldn't that be fantastic? Hope for the best. Keep up the good work on your credit spreads. Stay on top of your expiry dates. Remember, this Friday, the third Friday of the month. So should have a lot of volatility over there on that. Thank you all. Brian, thanks, Uncle Bruce. You are the GOAT. Thank you, guys. Blair, I wish you all a good night. I'm going to switch to Star Wars Outlaws now. Brian, neat. Blair, same thing. Don't forget those knee emojis. Thanks, everybody, for the thumbs ups today. Thank you for addressing the poll question for the day. The count on that one is 135 votes. 39% say, yeah, I'm writing cash secured puts on SoFi, Bruce. 39%. Not bad. That's 53 of you writing cash secured puts on SoFi. You're being rewarded, no question about it. Thank you all. Have a great rest of your afternoon in the USA. Here in Europe, have a great evening. And we'll see you tomorrow. We'll get together with you and see what's going on. And we'll see if any of you are getting any richer on this market. Okay, guys, have a wonderful evening. We'll catch you later. Bruce and Jen saying so long from London here in the United Kingdom. Bye. Bye. Bye for now.